Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jewels and Pearls Ladies channel, where we talk about things that young ladies go through, especially teenage girls, and then how to manage life even into adulthood. Now we're talking about different issues, but recently we started a series on body changes. Now we are all aware that everyone changes during puberty, both the boys and the girls. Everyone changes, and that's absolutely natural. So today we are going to be talking about the changes that happen on the facial changes for young ladies. So I'd like to encourage every parent, every auntie, every uncle, every person listening to this, talk to that young lady about it, that teenager around you, that teenage daughter in your house or in your environment, and encourage them that this process is natural. You can even get them to watch the video and get positivity out. Okay, so back to our topic today. We are talking about body changes as regards the face. Now for a lot of young ladies, they would have pimples. Not everybody, but a lot of young ladies actually have pimples. They'll break out in pimples during their teenage years. And what is pimples? Is more or less acne. We call it pimples in this part of the world, but that's what we mean. Acne is actually the same thing with pimples. So she would break out in this acne, and they are kind of like something like a tiny boil. For some people, it can actually fill up their face. For some people, it may just be on the forehead. For some people, it can actually be kind of everywhere, but it's absolutely natural. Absolutely natural, because that's one of the things that's telling you that your body is beginning to mature, that you are no longer a little girl anymore. Your body is maturing, but there are things to do. That means it's not a hateful position to be. Rather, it should be a time of you looking into how to manage it. So the key word here is management. So you have to learn how to manage the changes. So as parents, as aunties, teach them how to manage it. They need to wash their face often. They may need to find out if certain foods also trigger it. For some people, when they eat certain food, they will break out. So we have to look out for that as well. But basically, learning how to wash their faces habitually. For example, some people will just bathe in the morning and walk away, and that's all for bathing all day. But they have to learn that beyond bathing in the morning, they will need to wash their face intermittently during the day with soap and water, and of course take their bath in the evening. That can make tremendous impact in keeping it at bay, and also reduce fatty foods to a good extent. That would help, and they should Google other ways they can manage it. But at this stage, is basically learning how to manage it. Prevention will not work here. The best you can get is management, because the process is natural. So that's for acne. Quickly, we'll go to the next one, and the next one is eczema. This was where my teenage issues were. When I look back, it was a big deal for me. Big deal. And some people didn't see it as a big deal. They just felt, what? Why are you always talking about it? But it was a big deal to me. That's why I keep telling people that when your teenager is complaining about that issue, don't take it lightly, because she's giving you a sign that it's becoming an issue for her. And if it's not handled well, it becomes a point of low self-esteem, becomes a point of insecurity, becomes a point of, where she begins to look down on herself. And it's so important that that issue is taken seriously. If she mentions it the first time, she mentions it the second time, please take note. Call her, address her, talk to her about it, and say, you know what, girl, this is part of growing up. It's normal, absolutely normal, but we are going to find ways to manage it together. When you teach her or present it like that, she knows you're on her team. So she's able to open up to you and talk to you about how to manage the process. Now, in my case, I was so disturbed about it. In fact, at a point, I thought of burning my face. Can you imagine thinking of burning my face? because of that issue. That's to tell you how important I saw it, you know. But thank God I discovered the product Nixodem, and then it's an ointment, by the way, that is used to treat it. So I bought it and I began to treat it. I also decided, I took that decision knowing that this thing has to also do with maintaining a good hygiene. I began to bathe in the morning and evening, and that was just a decision I had to make. And then, of course, take responsibility for rubbing my face. So these are things you may have to teach your teenager so that she is able to take that responsibility for herself and make better choices. Remember, the key word here is management. We are not talking of prevention, we are talking of management. Okay. The third one I want to talk about is facial hair. This is not exactly common, but we still see it. It's not so common as acne or eczema, but it's actually, we see it around. Some ladies may break out in facial hairs on the sides of the face or under the chin. And basically, for a lot of those people, it is just genetics. It's just maybe their mommy had it, their auntie, uncle, no, auntie rather, because of course uncles should have it. Their aunties have it, someone somewhere had it in their family, and it's passed on to them. So basically, again, the word is management. They should trim it off as often as it comes out, and then find ways to manage it. Go to Google, find out how to manage. If you need to see a doctor, see one. But basically, the word there is management. A lot of these things, you cannot prevent them, you can't stop them, you just learn to manage it. It's a sign that you are growing, and that's absolutely natural. So I hope this has helped you. I hope it helps you to encourage that teenager around you. I hope it helps you to bring some hope if you are a teenager listening to this, and just enjoy your life, because it's a process, and of course you outgrow it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I'd like to encourage you to like, share, subscribe, tell people about it, tell fellow parents who need to encourage their teenage girls or preteen girls, and tell them what to expect and prepare them for the future. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.